Clearly, the reason they're doing this, folks, is they already planned from the very beginning to pull out of any help for the Ukraine, to back Russia every step of the way, to make sure Russia gets 100% of everything that they want, and Ukraine gets nothing. So they have to pretend like, oh my God, hey, we were in good faith trying to negotiate peace, and Zelensky was so rude. Zelensky came over here and just turned the fucking table over, shit all over us, and so he's not ready for peace. But it was incredibly fucking disgusting. Watch them shit all over him, argue with him, try to humiliate him in front of the fucking world.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going...
I dare you come in here in front of all these cameras, which we are the ones who set up, and then try to tell the truth about what's happening. You can't do that. You need to keep your fucking mouth shut and just let us lie, and try to talk down to you like you're a fucking child and humiliate you in front of the fucking world. Just sit there and take it, bitch.
Around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems.
Now do Russia. Don't give a fucking shit. How many hundreds of thousands of young men has Russia forced to the front line? Hell, they had fucking North Koreans that thought they were doing test drills getting killed on the front line. Crickets about that.
You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
Hell no.
I have been to...
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and
I've been to Facebook, and I've seen what MAGA has posted about it on Facebook. That's basically the same thing. You should be thanking Donald Trump for being a Russian stooge, for sucking Putin's dick and giving him everything he wants and you nothing, for letting him steal all of the land in your country. You should be thanking the dear emperor.
I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President.
Do Israel now. Do Israel. Okay, you won't.
Disagree that you've had problems bringing people in your military?
Yeah.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction?
Imagine this little weak-ass bitch, Mr. Hillbilly Elegy, talking down to a war hero, someone on the fucking front lines trying to save his goddamn country. Just, this world's trash.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this.
I'm not dictating.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position.
And you allowed yourself by being attacked, by fighting back against foreign invaders. What were you thinking? Sitting there minding your own goddamn business while they attacked you.
Be right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position.
You
don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. You're playing cards.
It's war. It's about people's lives. It's not a fucking card game, you goof.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people.
Literally, you're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're doing it. Literally. What the fuck?
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
Yeah, I would hate for somebody to be disrespectful. Lord knows the most respectful human on the planet, Donald Trump.
With all respect to you.
Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of times.
He literally said thank you at the very beginning of the press conference. He went on Twitter and said thank you immediately. He said thank you a million fucking times. But even if he hasn't, who gives a fucking shit? What do we got him, children?
No, in this entire meeting, you said thank you.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America.
Because he knew they weren't going to sell him the fuck out? Of course he did.
And the president who's trying to save your country.
He's not trying to save your country. He's trying to do everything to let Russia have every fucking thing they want. Take all your goddamn land, rape and kill your fucking people. Just, yeah, a new low for America. Just when you think we can't get any fucking lower, somehow life finds a fucking way. And they even asking folks, hey, Russia's already broken the ceasefire. What if he breaks the ceasefire again? What are you going to do? Are you going to hold Russia accountable in any way goddamn possible? So, of course, Trump immediately starts defending Vladimir Putin. The first thought of his head is, the fuck? I'm not going to do that. Of course I'm not going to do that to Putin. What are you talking about? Putin is the victim here. Putin is the one who's been injured by America. Listen to this crazy shit.
What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
Well, what if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it?
Breaks ceasefire. What if Russia breaks peace talks?
Oh, that was the whole clip. God damn it. That was the only small part of the clip. In the whole clip, he starts talking about Vladimir Putin was forced to sit through the media of the United States saying that he tried to interfere in our election. You remember Russia? He had to deal with that. We should be thinking about Putin's feelings. And now he had to sit there and listen to the American media correctly call him out for trying to interfere in our elections. Literally, Donald Trump's campaign chief pled guilty to colluding with Russians, folks. Did prison time, wrote a book admitting he did it. They have a documentary about the Russian troll farms, literally showing them interfering in the election. 100% proof that they did it. Donald Trump, think of poor Putin. Putin sitting over there having to listen to the press call him out for interfering. Oh, just nuts. It's so crazy, y'all. And then in our completely fucking unserious goddamn country, Marjorie Trader Queens, her boyfriend, gets up there and asks President Vladimir Zelensky this very, very important question.
Okay, my second question for President Zelensky.
No.
Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if
who gives a shit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting.
I don't have such.
Office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Yeah, I will wear a costume after the war finishes, motherfucker. Just so dumb. It's just the dumbest fucking shit. His people being raped, tortured, killed, their land fucking stolen. Who gives a fucking shit what he's wearing?
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe
something like yours.
Yes.
Maybe something better.
Yeah, something better than that cheap ass shit.
We'll see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
He literally making fun of the guys what he's doing though, which is pretty funny. And I couldn't help but notice none of these people had a problem with President Elon. Yeah, here's President Elon in the fucking White House Oval Office with a giant goddamn goofy hat on, his tech support shirt. No suit to be found. Huh. It's almost like there's a double fucking standard here. Curious. Where you at, Marjorie Trader Queen's boyfriend? And then cowardly Trump, after this press conference that was obviously set up on purpose to attack Zelensky, to try to paint him as the bad guy, though that's not what it came off as at all. Hopefully this is going to backfire spectacularly on Trump. It seems like it already has. He got Marco Rubio to eject Zelensky from the White House after President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky got into an extraordinary shouting match. Trump huddled with his key advisors inside the Oval Office. Trump consulted Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and other top advisors under the dramatic showdown. But obviously this is already planned to begin with, folks. They're trying to make it sound like it was on the spot, but they got their marching orders from Putin. They wanted Zelensky embarrassed on national television to please their Russian daddy, and that's exactly what they fucking did, folks. If you needed any more proof that Donald Trump is a Russian asset, well, I mean, if you need more proof, then you're never going to believe it anyway because you don't actually give a shit. You know he is, but you're willing to lie about it and pretend like he's not because that's what you guys do. And this is how Trump treats an actual dictator, folks. A war criminal. Pull out your seat for you, make sure you're comfortable. But a guy fighting for the future of his country, for his people. No, he's the dictator in Trump's mind. Just every day it's a new fucking low. But if you listen to the call, folks, holy God. Like, I used to make fun of North Korea, and it just makes me feel stupid. Because what has happened in this country right now is more ridiculous than anything that North Korea ever fucking did. Any propaganda they ever fucking put out. It's more sycophantic and sickening. Case in point, Lindsey Graham talking about what a masterclass that dumpster fire of a press conference was.
I've never been more proud of President Trump for showing the American people and the world you don't trifle with this man.
Oh, my God.
He was very positive. He was very upbeat. He wanted to get a ceasefire. He wants to end the war. And Zelensky felt like he needed to bait Trump in the Oval Office. JD was awesome. This was a missed opportunity. And the question for me, for the Ukrainian people, I don't know if Zelensky can ever get you to where you want to go with the United States. Either he dramatically changes or you need to get somebody new.
That's right. My daddy Trump is the best daddy ever. You should sit there and just bend over and let him put his mushroom dick in your booty hole whenever he wants to. You should be honored. He even wants to violate your booty hole. Oh, my daddy's so sexy. Just good God. What an embarrassment everything is in this timeline. And shockingly, he got rid of the AP, folks. The AP, the Associated Press, one of the most down-the-middle news organizations there is, was banned from covering this. Also, a whole bunch of them were banned, basically. Any of the mainstream news outlets were banned. Yet, Kremlin reporter sat in on the Zelensky meeting. They literally got the Kremlin in there, folks. Which makes sense. We already got a Russian agent running the CIA, and we got a Russian agent as the president. Makes sense that the Kremlin is sitting in there so they can report firsthand the humiliation that Putin himself clearly ordered. But folks, if there was any justice in the world, if this timeline was not the complete hellscape that it is, this is what would have actually happened. Yep, doink! But nope. We're not that lucky. I wish. A boy can dream. But like I said, folks, hopefully it's going to backfire. It seems like all the European nations are circling the wagons around Zelensky now. Trump has done nothing but unify Europe and Ukraine's allies. Trudeau, Canada Bay. Canada continues to stand with Ukraine. Lots of similar messages from all across the world, and European leaders, EU leaders send messages of support to Ukraine. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians do. Therefore, we are working on a common path to lasting and just peace. Ukraine can rely on Germany. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, Spain stands with you. Prime Minister of Portugal, Ukraine can always count on Portugal. One after another coming out in support. Sir Keir Starmer has expressed his unwavering support for Ukraine after speaking with both Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky following the heated exchange in the White House. Macron reacts, we won't stop supporting Ukraine. Solidarity across the world. Here's a bunch of them, folks, in an extraordinary display of public support. Heads of state, heads of government, and foreign ministers from all over Europe, Canada, are posting in support of Ukraine in response to the Oval Office meeting. So it looks like they're going to up their support of Ukraine. I wouldn't be surprised if Europe actually sent troops over there. I'm really wondering, folks, if the United States is going to start attacking and killing European soldiers to start World War III. I would not be surprised to see it. We'll see. I know that seems like fear-mongering, but at this point, nothing would surprise me. I don't think nothing's off the table at this point. And shocking, The guy running our military right now, Pete Hegseth, ordered U.S. Cyber Command to stand down from all planning against Russia, including offensive digital actions, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. Yeah, we're not going to do anything to stop Russia anymore. In fact, we're going to help them. We're going to literally put Kremlin reporters into the White House and a Russian agent as the head of the CIA. Why would we want to stop them? They rule us now. We're literally inviting Russian oligarchs over here. Put their fucking boot on our goddamn neck. Use their billions of dollars of ill-gotten gains to control our society, to flood more money to conservatives in our politics, to make sure our votes count even less than they already do, which is 0. That's kind of hard to do, but they're going to figure out a fucking way. And that on the Chud Watch, Cat Turd reposts this. Deutsche stopped an annual payment to Barack Obama for $2.6 million for royalties associated with Obamacare. He's been collecting it since 2010 for a total of $39 million in taxpayers' dollars. Your thoughts on this, motherfuckers? Cat Turd, what a crook. Yeah, isn't this totally real, folks? Isn't Obama getting royalties for the name Obamacare, which he didn't coin to begin with? It was coined by conservatives to fearmonger about the Affordable Health Care Act. They're the one calling it that. Obviously, y'all, I don't know how to tell you this. Obviously, Obama is not getting royalties for the name Obamacare. It's just, it's just too stupid to even take seriously. But as Evan asked, how do these people hold down jobs being this dumb? Okay, Evan, this is literally their job. They know this is not true. You think Cat Turd doesn't know that Obama is not receiving $39 million in royalties for the name Obamacare? Of course he knows. Their entire job is to lie. That is how they get elected. That is what is effective with the American populace. We are literally too dumb to exist. And these people are controlling the electorate right now. And then Europe is threatening to unleash a trade bazooka against the United States. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, our closest allies, folks. Our best trading partners. They now hate us. We're a pariah state. The European Union said on Thursday it was ready to deploy its strongest trade weapon against the U.S. after President Donald Trump threatened to impose sweeping tariffs. So not only the tariffs going to hurt our economy, but all the boycotts, all this shit. It's like they're trying to destroy the economy on purpose. I hope I'm fucking wrong about this, folks. Just goddamn amazing to watch, though. And like I said, Reuters reported that the HuffPost and Reuters were both removed from White House press pool this week. They're doing everything they can to make sure that nobody who is not incredibly far right has any access to ask the president questions. And I don't even know why the president cares. It's not like he answers any question he's asked. The press actually does a major favor to Donald Trump by being a part of his press conferences, because all Trump wants to do is put his lies in front of the American public. Regardless of what you ask him, all he's going to do is pivot to his talking point that gets broadcast for free. It's free press. And even if they say he's lying, all he's got to do is say, hey, fake news. The press is your enemy. The press is lying. And then the people that hear the lies will believe his lies, and they will just tune out any attempt to correct what the fuck he's saying for the media. They shouldn't even cover this motherfucker. I mean, they should cover him, but they should not, allow him a chance to talk. Allow him a chance to put his lies and talking points out there. Cut him off at the fucking knees. And then people get fired all over the place, folks, for the crime of being gay in the new America. Christopher F. Rufo, lying about what's happening, of course, trying to spin it. He says, Scoop, Turfsy Gabbard is preparing a memo directing all intelligence agencies to identify the employees who participated in the NSA's obscene, pornographic, and sexually explicit chat rooms and to determine their employment and revoke their security clearance. So what has happened is they had like a support group for gays, right? In the NSA, just some gay employees. They got together and formed a little group. So, of course, since they're gay, they have to claim that this little chat that they had was obscene pornographic as an excuse to fire people for the crime of being gay, which is what's happening right now. This is a full purge of every single LGBTQ employee at the NSA. Rufo is falsely mischaracterizing an LGBTQ employee resource group as a sex chat to create pretext to fire every single member in it. This is a playbook they will run to purge the entire federal government. Yep, they will. If you're a black, you're gone. If you're a woman, you're gone. If you lean left in any way whatsoever, you're gone, baby. No more freedom in this fucking country. It's over. And then I guess they're trying to kill us all. CDC has been banned from collaborating with the World Health Organization, y'all. Scientists at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention have been prohibited from co-authoring publications with World Health Organization staff, dealing a blow to global research efforts and continuing the Trump administration's aggressive attack on government-funded science. Yeah, Mr. Brainworms here. Just the exact opposite of everything that should be done, they do every step of the way. Education Department launches anti-diversity snitch line. If you're a teacher who dares to want any kind of fairness, equity, inclusion, if you dare teach about the history of slavery and racism in this country, they want you gone, folks. You're the enemy now. Your free speech does not matter. If you are not a far-right propaganda machine for the Trump administration, you're gone, baby. Snitch lines for teachers now, y'all. That's where we're at.